Cindy Bishop with Cindy Bishop Worldwide, coming to you today with the database optimization. You need to have a database in order to be successful in business, and this database can't be scattered all over the universe. It needs to be in one place. So we're going to talk about utilizing a CRM today, because that is an absolute foundational requirement if you're going to succeed in the real estate business. All right, some fun facts. You know, I love fun facts for any of you all been on our stuff. 20% of the average workday is spent on crucial and important things, while 80% of the average workday is spent on a whole lot of nothing. So that is a problem, and that's why database, you'll see that a lot on any time management thing we do, because without a database, I don't know how people can be time efficient. So you want to be 80% effective. We just, we can get more money, but we can't get more time. So we really need to functionally be proficient in that area. Researchers found a productivity dropped as much as 40% when you tried to do more than one thing. I know I can't multitask because I get off kilter, and I'm pretty good at getting a lot done, but I can't do it. I need to focus on one thing at a time, get it done, move on, or make notes to come back to whatever I'm doing. And it almost takes twice as long to complete a task as we originally thought it would. So schedule half as much. You can always add on more, but what it does to your confidence, which demeans other areas of your life subconsciously, if you don't accomplish what you think you should have, is a major problem. So schedule half as much. All right. So reasons to utilize a CRM, just in case you don't know. Now, you're a real estate agent. You have oodles of responsibility. Not only should you be giving to yourself, but also the state and your brokerage gives to you. So you've got to be accountable with your clients and your prospects. There's no excuse around not doing that. So you're going to have to keep track of it. And you can't do it on little Post-it notes or even on an Excel sheet. I think it's tough. I think you need some kind of an semblance of order to be able to do that, especially if you want to build a business that comes exclusively out of your database. And then believe me, you'll want to do that. I always tell people I built my business in the first 10 years, and it basically kept me going for the next 15. So why do you want, what are the reasons? So first of all, it supports the consistency of your connections. When you're keeping your database in an accountability system like a CRM, then when you talk to them, you drop by, you happen to see them at the grocery store, you are going to go and put all of that into that contact database. That way, you can refer back. There's nothing more flattering to somebody when they know you remembered their name, you remembered some detail. It doesn't even have to be a big detail. The fact that you just saw them and you remembered that is a significant thing to them, because they're so used to people wanting something from them. It also improves your relationship with your current clients and prospects for that very reason. One thing you're going to find when you work with us is I want you to find an emotional trigger. Dogs, kids, the soccer team, going to Disney World, loving the beach, whatever it may be. You want to hone in on a minimum of one and a maximum of is an unlimited list. People will respond to you better and trust you more when you put some time into the relationship. Obviously, it turns relationships into referrals, because when people trust you and they feel you care, then they will refer you to people they know, and they know about 200 people you don't know. Also, CRM identifies and removes inefficient practices. So instead of having a scattered database, people all over the place, you have no idea because you can't remember from last week what happened the week before or last year or what happened yesterday, you will stop the inefficiency, and that will make you productive by leaps and bounds. Now, the cost of a CRM and the efficiency, the two we recommend, and we've coached agents a long time. I'm sure that there's people that love Top Producer. I mean, I used that for years, and I used about 10% of it. I think that Realty Juggler and Lion Desk are probably two of the most effective, easiest to use, best customer service, and you want to minimize your cost. So Lion Desk is a monthly fee. Realty Juggler is a yearly fee. I think that they integrate with email marketing systems that your typical CRM does. We use Realty Juggler more than anything because it's just $99 a year. The customer service is awesome with them. We've just used them more. It's not because we don't like them. We like them better than Lion's Desk, but it's because we use them more because of their price point, also because of their customer service. But what I like about them is that I can tell people to send out their newsletter as an item of monthly value through Realty Juggler, and I always find that the percentage opening of those emails far and away exceeds if I go and use Constant Contact or MailChimp. And MailChimp integrates with Realty Juggler, so that can be used as well. And I think they give you like 2,000 contacts, which is a really big deal for free. You know, it's tremendous. And Realty Juggler is, at least last time I looked, at the time of this recording, it was $99 a year. And Lion Desk is also a very, very good source. It depends on what you want, but you really don't have to look. Each one of them has free trials, so you can try that out. All right. Now, steps to successful database management is, first, you have to have a CRM. I would never, ever be able to help somebody if they didn't have a CRM, simply because they've got to have a foundation of organization, and that's it. You need to block your time. If you don't block your time, like I recommend to people that between 9 and 12 in the morning, which is the most productive part of your day, not the afternoon, it's always the morning, even if you're not a morning person, block your time and do your database management work at that time. Don't tell me that other things are getting in the way, because they're not. People don't know. If you can't schedule something, don't let them schedule. In absence of a leader, they will be the leader. You need to say to them, if somebody says, oh, I need to go out at 10, I'm not available at that time, but I'm available at 1 and 2 today, and I'm available at 3 or 4 tomorrow. You've got to take control of your schedule, or someone else will take control of it for you. You need to make 50 weekly calls. So when you're doing your database management work, you are calling your database. So hopefully you have not more than a name and email address. If all you have is a name and email address, first of all, that would make it a cold call list. But what you want to do is you want to send a personal email to that person and give them something, or some item of value, like a resource article, or tell them about something that you just went to a great restaurant and you remember that they like Italian food, or just make it personal. Don't slam dunk them on, are you going to buy or sell a home? Because I'm telling you, you're not going to get very good response. But if you're starting to build a relationship, and you need to know everybody in your database like they're your friends. So 50 weekly calls. That is critical, whether it be a phone call, whether it be a personal email. There's no email marketing in those 50 weekly calls. So I define calls as texts, personal calls, personal emails, stop-bys, wherever they live or wherever they work. A personal note, handwritten, not typed up, but handwritten. And you need to pick your points and not have something to talk about. So eventually we'll have some training, and you may find it right now, on scripts, so you kind of know what to do. So 50 weekly calls, and you're going to record anything you do. So if you make a call, you're going to take your CRM, you're going to go to their contact, and you're going to say what you did. And then find an emotional trigger. Find emotional triggers with these people. Is it the dogs, the soccer? Is the kids' soccer? Is it a trip to the Bahamas? What is it that triggers them, that is consistent in their life? Because you'll find all kinds of benefits with that. If I had somebody that loved animals, I would maybe send them tips to how to take your dog on a vacation, or whatever the case may be, but something that I know would be a benefit to them, that would be a resource, that would be one of their emotional triggers. All right, so did you get your CRM yet? I hope you did, and I hope you have it quickly. So start loading your database. You don't have to fix and refine it. There's 2 ways people come off your database. They opt out or they die. So do not go through and scrutinize it. It doesn't matter if everybody on your database never bought a home. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're building relationships with them, so they refer you to the 200 people they know that you don't know. And believe me, sooner or later, they'll use you for something. But that is not the important thing. I hear agents say that all the time. It is unimportant. So start loading your database. Minimum is the name and email address. And remember, if you have a name and an email list, what you have is a cold call list, you might as well bought a list from a company. You need to have this be a very warm list. Start making your 50 weekly calls. Again, I've highlighted here. The goal is calls, personal emails, texts, stop-bys, personal notes, phone, and follow-up. Now, if you call somebody on the phone and they pick up or they get back to you on a message, you need to follow up with a personal note. Personal notes today are treasured beyond belief. However, hardly any of them are sent out. So take advantage of that follow-up. You never stop with one call or one email. It's a constant progression of follow-up. Know your database like the back of your hand. If you saw somebody, you could wave to them. Have pictures of them in your contact management system. Know who they are and know what they like. Get involved to know them better. PTA, what are their interests? Do you love bowling and 10 of them love bowling? Go join a bowling league. I mean, it's whatever, and ask them for advice. Where should I go? I like to do this. I'm not very good at it, but I'd like to do it. Get involved. Record everything in your contact management record on your CRM. And there's a few little things that you can read over there to the right. So that's it for database management. I certainly hope you got something out of that. You will find under form downloads, you can download the goal. We'll talk about that on another video, but the goal, your goal sheet. And it's very, very helpful also for you to keep track of the things that you need to do. And again, that's another video, but I just wanted to point it out so you go looking for it.